Coming up on this episode of Winning Bets, it's Monday Sumday. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, it's Monday, so it's Monday Sumday, where we sum up the previous week and see how it went. Man, that was an up and down week. It's definitely a kind of a good, bad, and an ugly week. We went 7-8. We were down $100. Overall, though, we're still positive here on our lifetime of YouTube. We're up $48. But as for part of the good, we did good on some parlays. We hit City, Juventus. We hit Spurs, Barcelona. You guys also recall we hit Everton, Real. So those were some great parlays we hit. We also hit under 2.5 in Burnley, Watford. That was only one goal scored in that game, so no sweat there. You guys also remember on Friday's episode, I mentioned tweeting out on Saturday some possibility of some UFC bets. Well, I did that. We went 2-1 on those UFC bets, and we were positive overall. We were up $57, so that was good. But then we also had the bad, as I mentioned, the bad. We took a KBO bet, if you guys remember. We took a parlay of the Lions and the Tigers. The Lions ended up winning their game pretty easily. The Tigers were up 3-1 in the bottom of the ninth inning, and they gave up 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth to lose that game 4-3. So just unreal right there. Just a terrible, terrible bad beat. That was a real bad. And part of the ugly of last week was Manchester United by far. They stunk it up in their FA Cup game. They cost us 2 bets. We had them parlayed with Manchester City. And then also, we had Manchester United alone, and Manchester United just came out and were absolutely bad against Norwich. Only had 1 shot on goal in full time. Unbelievable. Had to go to extra time to beat a really bad Norwich team, a team that won't even be in the Premier League next year. So that was just really, really bad. So that was the good, the bad, the ugly. But don't worry. You know what? Overall, we're still up lifetime. And sportsbooks, I'm going to come. You don't take my money, sportsbook. I take money from you. So we're going to come back. We're going to get that money back this week. I guarantee you that. That's how we do it. We don't play. You don't take our money. I take your money. So get ready this week. We're going to have a nice, solid bounce back week, and it's going to feel really good. As for the free fantasy games out there, we did really good in those. You guys remember after the Pocono 325, I made a video late Saturday night, and I made some adjustments. Man, those adjustments really paid off. We were really close there and cashing there on the finish line at. We correctly switched our pick to Danny Hamlin winning the race, and that felt good. The research really paid off there. Unfortunately, Christopher Bell and Michael McDowell both crashed in the Pocono 350. If those guys don't crash and kind of finish how we expected them to, how they based on Saturday, the research, we would have more than likely would have cashed on that finish line app. We would have shared a part of that $1,000 to go along, with the other people that did do it. So real close there. We're real close also in the Fox Bet Super 6. We got 4 of the 6 questions right. We missed the Denny Hamlin one. They said, will they win a stage? I didn't realize they counted the end of the race as a stage. They normally don't advertise it like that. There's 2 stages, so we'll know that going forward. We won't get burned there. But even if we would have gotten that one, we still would have fallen 1 question short of cashing theirs. But just really good there. I was really happy to see that the research I put in on Saturday night after the Pocono 325 paid off. So that was really, really good. And then next week, guys, they're racing in Indianapolis at the Brickyard. So we'll do the research. We'll play those fantasy games again, and we'll see if we can't win the money. Nobody so far won the jackpot on either the Super 6 or the Finish Line apps. So all the money is still out there to be had, and it's all there right in front of us, and we can just do it. So as for the next bet, I did make a bet today. It's going to be a personal bet. You're more than welcome to follow me along on it. It's not going to be an official play here on the Winning Bets pod, and we'll calculate any of our win-loss or our money count. But I want to go ahead and share it. I did do in the Portuguese league. Marmissimo is playing Benfica. 4 of the last 5 times these teams hooked up and played, Benfica was able to keep Marchimo into a shutout. They were unable to score. I actually have to go back to 2017 to see the last time that Marchimo scored against Benfica. So I did both teams to score no. It's at really good odds at plus. It was at minus 115 or minus 114, I think, when I bought it. So both teams to score no. You're welcome to join me on that. The research certainly says that should hit, but it's not an official play here. As for when our next bet will be, it's going to be on the KBO Tuesday morning. So look for it on Twitter. It's at Winning Bets Pod. That's at Winning Bets Pod. Look for it on Twitter. I'll tweet it out sometime Saturday evening tonight. Not Saturday evening. I'm going to tweet it out tonight. As you guys know, the KBO lines come out in the evening time with the games being played early in the morning. So look for that on Twitter. I'll tweet that out. We'll start off our week with the winning KBO bet, and then we'll just come back on here. As for the other, there's really not much else going on today. There's one La Liga game. There's one Premier League game. The Premier League game is Crystal Palace Burnley. They've got the over-under at 1.5. If it was 2.5, I would have probably made a bet on the under and had you guys go along with me on that. But at 1.5, that's just, I don't like that. And as for maybe who's going to win the game, Sean Dice is just really so good the way he sets up his team. So, Palace should win, but man, Burnley is just a really good team in their own right. So just going to stay away from that game. I've got that personal play there on the Benfica game. More than welcome to join me with that one. And then, but as for there's another Premier League game tomorrow, and then there's a slate of other games going on tomorrow. So we'll likely jump back in here with you tomorrow and give you. And then Premier League games come hot and heavy the rest of the week on Wednesday and Thursday as well. So it's gonna be a good positive week. We're gonna get that money back. Don't you worry, sports. Don't you worry, guys. Sports books, we're coming for you. We're gonna get our money back. You don't take our money, taking your money. All right, guys, been fun. Thanks for hanging out with me on Monday Sumday. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.